Alright, welcome back to another video. I hope you enjoyed last week's where I was up in the Lake District, though I was in the cloud, couldn't see anything. The blue sky is literally just coming out for the first time in, I haven't seen it in like 2 weeks, something like that. But in this video, I wanted to just go through some of the gear that keeps me nice and warm in the winter, whether it's hiking up a mountain or wild camping through the night where it's below freezing. These are the items of gear which I'm going to give you a closer look at, which keep me nice and warm. One of them you've seen, and I'll put a card up to the Rab jacket that I use, which is absolutely brilliant. I've used this one for a couple of years, and it's been fantastic. So I won't talk about that one too much, but if you want to watch the review video that I did on that a few weeks ago, I'll put a card up to that video somewhere up here somewhere. But this is basically the kit that I use to, keep me warm, whether it's obviously climbing up to Helvellyn and it's middle of winter and it's below freezing. There's a very, very cold wind chill. These items of clothing will keep me warm, but also they keep me warm if I'm wild camping up there at night. I'd say this sort of stuff will take it down to about, in terms of comfort, feeling comfortable, I'd say no more than sort of -6, -7 maybe. I've had frost in the tent where I've used this kit and I've been really nice and warm. So if you're going to go super sort of freezing cold, then you know, below -10, you might need to get something a bit warmer maybe. But I'll give you a closer look in detail. One of the items is these pants, which I've used only for the first time last week. But as I say, I'll give you a closer look, and we'll go through it in a little bit of detail. And this sort of kit will keep you warm, and also it's fairly cheap. It's not, apart from the Rab and the which is quite premium price. This is all pretty cheap. There's a few nature hike items here which are brilliant. So these down pants. So let's have a closer look, and hopefully it will give you some good sort of, this will give you some good advice in terms of looking for winter kit that's going to keep you nice and warm. All right, so these are the items that keep me nice and warm. I'm here, by the way, during winter. So the first item to talk about is these nature hike down pants, which are fantastic for keeping you nice and toasty warm. Especially if you're wild camping, more for wild camping. This item, they're pretty cheap. Can't quite remember the prices, but I'll put links and stuff in the description. These are really popular. These keep your legs nice and warm if you're wild camping, and the temperature's going down, it's going into the evening, overnight, keep you nice and warm. So then I couple that with obviously this Rab down jacket. Again, there's a review on my channel to this coat. This will keep you nice and warm, but it's also super lightweight, so it'll pack down really nicely in your backpack. And then a few items here. So this is also nature hike, and these go on your feet. These are called the nature hike booties, so they keep your feet nice and warm in the tent when it's below freezing. And then obviously you want to couple these up with a pair of merino wool socks. I don't think these are merino wool, but just a nice warm pair of socks, and your feet in there, and your feet will stay lovely and warm. Definitely, certainly down to say -5, -6. Those are the temperatures I've camped at. I've camped at nothing more than that. Then we've got a very basic merino wool top from Mountain Warehouse. You can pick these up very cheaply from Decathlon. You can get premium versions where you can pay over £100 for a merino wool top, and if you're doing that, then you're probably getting a higher quality of wool. But this keeps me really nice and warm. Didn't pay any more than sort of 30 quid for it, so that's that highly recommend that. And the next item is just a basic pair of OEX gloves, which I use. Again, it's fairly cheap from Go Outdoors. You can get obviously Gore-Tex gloves, you can get premium versions made by Rab, probably make gloves, but these are pretty cheap. And as I say, I want you there. These are the I can't remember the name of these, fire pants or something, but I wore these for the first time last Saturday on this on this hike that I did up on Coniston of Old Man. It was cold on the tops, but my legs, they were nice and warm in these. I highly recommend them. They're not cheap. I think they're about 80 quid, something like that. And then I've got obviously a nice fleece hat. Always want a thermal hat to keep your head nice and warm. And then I've got these, which are a bit like, they're not as good, nowhere near as good as the on pants, but I was using these before, but I'll probably just use these in the tent. You can get, I'd probably just recommend getting a merino wool pants. These aren't merino wool, but they're quite nice and warm. So that's it really. I just wanted to give you a quick, very quick video on the kit that I use. These are brilliant, as I say, these on things I tried last week. Don't have to spend a fortune. As I say, you can get a merino wool top like this from Decathlon. I might actually get, I've had this a couple of years actually, but it's been brilliant for like walking. And then, you know, obviously I'd have a t-shirt, I'd have a mid layer on as well, so I'd have a fleece. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. If you've got any questions about any of these items of gear, just drop a comment below. But as I say, this is what I use in a tent in the middle in winter, if I'm camping up on a mountain or something like that, to keep me nice and warm, or if I'm hiking up, you know, on a winter hike. But the things I'd sort of recommend obviously are merino wool base layers. Absolutely brilliant. They'll keep you nice and warm. And then you want obviously a t-shirt over the top of that, and then a mid layer, and then you've kind of got this layering system. Then maybe if it's really cold, you want obviously maybe some sort of windproof jacket, maybe a down jacket. I only tend to put this on if it's really cold. But you basically got a layering system that's going to keep you nice and warm, and you know, regulate your body, and yeah, and just you've got that system to keep you nice and warm. Because the great thing about merino wool is that it will regulate your body temperature, keep you nice and warm when it's cold, but also wicks away moisture and sweat from your body, so you're not sweating, and it doesn't smell as well. Not very nice thing to say, but merino wool doesn't smell like synthetic or cotton tends to do. So but this is what I've been using. It's been really good, and I'll be using it this winter. I haven't spent a fortune on this. As I say, the Rab products, the Rab jacket's the most expensive item here. The Nature Hike products are absolutely brilliant. I think their tents are really good, and I also think their clothing products are good. As you know, I've got a Nature Hike Rock 60. Again, I've done a review on that backpack. That's a backpack which I've used a few times, which seems really good. Put a card up to that. But yeah, these are the items that I've been using. They've been brilliant. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll be making regular videos each week. There'll be a new video every week, whether it's reviewing some of the gear I've got, or I'll be going on a mountain hike or a wild camp. I'll be videoing these sort of things. So thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you again soon. Bye.